Alright, so this video, I'm going to show how to tell if the thermocouple's out. One of these guys here. I got a few different sizes there. So basically what happened is we came home. It's about -30 with the wind chill out right now. And the boiler's just constantly running, the blower and the pump, but not actually any fire going on in here. So this won't apply to a lot of you because most things have been switched over to electronic ignition with different gas valves and stuff on them too. This has been converted back to the old style because basically discontinued parts for it. So, but for those of you that do still have this and also water heater setup, they do still make them. This is actually a newer water heater with that in it. Yeah, so basically that detects heat and makes millivolts. You see it down there. You see that tip right there. The pilot light basically throws flame on it. It gives a millivolt reading back to the gas valve in order to tell it that it's still lit and on, so that way you don't have just gas pouring out of the gas valve. It ignites. Electronic ignition basically works the same way. It still has a sensor and stuff on there, just a different setup. So basically you got to take, I shut off the gas, shut off the electricity to the boiler itself so it doesn't call for heat or anything anymore. And basically what I'm going to do is take off thermocouple line back here. I've already removed one of these tubes, the burner tubes. They just slid right out. But I'm going to go ahead and take one of these out. This just screws in there, and that literally is just a copper line with an end on it, and that gives that a signal to tell it that it's on. Pull that down out of the way, and then I'm going to sneak underneath here, and that's where the little gas valve fitting's at, or not gas valve, but yeah, into the little line that runs over to the pilot light. That's the feed tube there for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and break that loose. So it's down to 58 in the house now. We got home. So we got some time, but much. What we basically did was put a electric space heater, like a little milk house heater, on each floor with all the doors open just to keep us going here. So I'm 99% sure this is out. I did verify the pilot light and stuff all functions. The gas valve functions fine. It just is this coupler. So okay, now that I've got that out, basically I had to remove this so I can slide this burner forward and snake it out of here. And the old one, I just had to remember that it's fished underneath there. Alright, so you can see, kind of, get it back in the light there. There we go. You can see it, just this piece back here. So here's my burner tube where natural gas comes in through here. And this one is where the coupler goes, and you can see it just screws in the bottom here, and you basically just remove this, threads into the bottom, and you can see this one's kind of all crowded up and stuff there too. It's probably just wore out. So what you want to do is basically measure this, find the right length. I know they come in 18, 24, and 36 for sure. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit long. You can always just kind of route it a little bit different. But so I'm just going to stretch this guy out. And then I only have I have a 24 and a 36, so I'll get this measured real quick. Alright, so for this one, I basically have the 24 inch one. They do have, some of these don't come, well, I guess they come with instructions in there. Most of them have instructions with them as far as the fitment for the fittings and stuff. Like us, for instance, we're going to go with a threaded bracket, so it gives me the fittings I need for that. So basically I'm going to put this fitting down on here, and I push this all the way down to the bottom so it doesn't go anymore. And then it's got this little ferrule looking thing that goes up top. And that doesn't go on there like that. That piece doesn't. Like this piece goes up in here. The second piece goes up in there as a guide to get in the top part, I think. So I'm going to reinstall this one. This one has a shorter probe on it. That's all the farther it goes in. I'm going to try it out and make sure it actually comes up. You want this thing in the flame when this is lit, but you want the flame high enough to where it ignites the gases coming out of those burner ports there. So I'm going to install this real quick and then I'll check it out here. So once you've got the pilot in the pilot lit state, you got off, on, pilot, and then the start or ignite, you gotta start that with a match or a lighter. You hold it down into the set state and you light that and then hold it down for a little while till that warms up that thing and starts sending it a signal. Then the way to tell if it's working properly, if it's set properly, or if that is functioning right, you can let off of that and it should stay lit, which it does there. Now I'm in the pilot. In order for this to run, it has to be flipped to run, to on. Once I flip this to on, when I flip the breaker back on for the boiler, the call to heat will be activated and this should fire up. So I'm going to get this grate installed back on here. Okay, I'm going to flip the breaker and this thing should fire up. Good one. It's a good idea to keep a couple of these on hand. I need it to 24. It looks like I have 3 36s left over, which would work in a pinch. But it's good to, now that I know it's 24, I'm going to go pick up a couple of those. Just hang them on a nail down by that boiler. So, thanks for watching.